Dun dun dun. Now we're Hello, everyone. Welcome to Saturday Night Fight Club. Yes, that is what we're here for. Is that not what you were expecting? So, anyway, welcome everybody. I just had to leave my mouse in one place, so that was really nice and big. Welcome to Mental Health Matters, which I'm still working on, but I'll get there. Actually, I think it's kind of cool, even though I had to change it because YouTube is weird. So, anyway, welcome to Mental Health Matters. It's really hard not to say Suicide Prevention Saturday. So I'm just going to say that probably for another week or month or two. I don't know exactly what. So why are we here? Because 2 out of every 3 gun deaths we hear about are suicides. And if we want to help save lives, then we need to talk about mental health. So, Fiona is here. I'm surprised it's Friday. Well, Saturday. Yeah, I'm going back to the wrong day. Saturday night, and her hubby got her flowers. I don't know if that was today or yesterday because I am not on Facebook often. So I want to know, little pink hand waving, thumbed up and shared. Thank you, G Webs. Where is he? I know I saw my Krabby Turtle out here. So the title, Fight Club, right? We're all fighting something. So, and we don't talk about it ever. For those of you who just got here, Barbecue texted me around, I don't know, 8:15 or so. And he says, go look at the comments. So when this is over and the replay goes back up, y'all should check out the comments that showed up before the thing because he was making me laugh for real. So, all right. With that, Caesar Event Saturday because we all have our fights, right? And that's why we started with Fight Club. Now, if you are one of these people who have never seen Fight Club, I'm sorry. I'm not going to ruin it for you. But one of the lines in the movie is nobody talks about Fight Club. The rule number 1 is nobody talks about Fight Club. Rule number 2, if anyone talks about Fight Club, we don't talk about Fight Club. DJ, you want to fix that for me? What is the correct quote? Because we're just discussing how I'm like, yeah, I'm not as good on this as I thought I was. Oh, but apparently not because he's gone now. All right, so you don't
no,
talk
hold
about
on.
Fight Club.
I had to.
Okay.
I had to like do a couple of switches back here. There's no talking. The rules of Fight Club are: there's no talking. You do not talk about Fight Club. Fight rules: only 2 people fight at a time, and fights are bare knuckle with no shirt. I mean, how deep you want me to go here?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, just the basic. Don't talk about Fight Club, right? It's just you just
That's
don't
it.
talk about Fight Club, right? And
I'll look up the exact quote for later.
all right. Because I'm like, I think everybody can probably tell by my voice that I have been sick this week. I've had a fever, head cold, all that fun stuff. And so some of my brain cells are working, some of them are not. I've been teaching since from 9 to 5 today. So it's been a long day. I had lots of students. It was lovely. I love them all to pieces. It's always fun, my job, getting to meet new people all the time. And today was even more fun because it was a whole bunch of people who'd never touched guns. And the biggest smiles come from those people after they've, spent time here and gotten to shoot a gun for real. So don't talk about Fight Club. Well, like I said, I'm not going to ruin the movie for anybody. But here's the deal. We don't talk about our problems. We don't share our problems generally. Well, okay, let me rephrase. There's 2 kinds of people in our lives, right? There are the people that never share anything and tell you nothing because they don't want to burden you with their problems. Then there's these other people who tell you everything, always in great detail, whether you want it or not. And we know how this makes us feel sometimes, right? When we listen to other people's problems and we know what our problems are that we don't talk about, we might start comparing and contrasting a little bit, which doesn't serve anyone because someone else's problems may seem huge to them and maybe not so huge to you, or the other way around. Their problems may seem huge, and then you think about what you thought were problems and they're sort of non existent. So, all right, rule number one, you do not talk about Fight Club. And I finally realized one of my friends said that they don't see this on Facebook anymore. And I found out the reason they can't see it on Facebook is because it's made private. So, rule number one, you do not talk about Fight Club. And rule number two is you do not talk about Fight Club. So, just like our personal problems, most of us do not talk about our personal problems. However, once we open up and tell people what's going on, often we end up with the Me Too campaign. In that, if you're going through a struggle, there's probably someone who's already been there, done that, and maybe gotten through it. My son and I are going to be going to a Tony Robbins event in New Jersey next month. And one of the Tony Robbins things is success leaves clues. So let's talk about our vets. I don't know if Mario is going to come on. Hey, Vanessa. Hi, Tara. Hillbilly. I'm going to let, DJ do his roll call in a few moments, I promise. But one of Tony Robbins' things is success leaves clues. So we have to find that happy medium between not dumping all of our problems onto somebody else, but also not containing all of them, right? Because when I was thinking about what we were talking about tonight, the thing that came to mind is that when my sister got killed in a car accident, friends of mine, and I was 30, how old was I? 36, 35, somewhere in there. You would think that I would know. I was 37, actually. I don't know. Anyway, so somewhere in there, in my 30s, right? So my sister gets killed in a car accident, and news spreads around town because a college senior dying usually sucks, and friends who I'd known all of my life, either older than me, same age, etc. When my sister died, and it became public knowledge, then people I'd known all of my life were like, "Oh yeah, I lost a brother or I lost a sister as well." And it's just like none of us want to share until we know somebody else has an idea that we're going through the same thing. And so that ends up being that double-edged sword, right? We don't want to be the person dumping on people all the time and just telling them all of our problems in life is horrible, because life is not horrible. Life is a challenge without a doubt. And we have good times and bad times, and this too shall pass. It's like, for those of you who are over on Facebook, my profile picture is Bruce Lee. And, a quote from Bruce Lee, I think. And I'm going to see if I can find it and pull that one up. So, DJ, while I'm looking for my Facebook profile, can you step in and do the hello to everybody?
I'd be happy to do that. Joining us early in the evening was the Crabby Turtle. Guns and Barbecue was indeed first, and he's been in the middle, and I imagine he'll be somewhere near the end as well. It's great to have that guy around. Sorry Fan 93 was the next in the room. Hillbilly up is out there saying hello. Fiona Rock. Good to see Fiona out there. Guns Websites is also out there tonight. So is Chasing Ghost. And Vanessa Kitty was the last one in the room. And that's our roll call. I hope more of you join us later. Back to you.
Thank you. So I found it. So the thing is, every situation in life is temporary. So when life is good, make sure you enjoy and receive it fully. And when life is not so good, remember that it will not last forever, and better days are on the way. And this too shall pass is usually the quote that I use because I believe I read it in the Bible. And it's hard. It's hard not to compare ourselves to someone else, right? Oh, and the Aussie gets in just after the roll call. So I'll call Aussie out. And then Abigail, she tore herself away from a beautiful rifle build, I am guessing. So thanks for coming in. So anyway, figuring out that happy medium, right? We don't want to keep everything bottled in and never tell anyone. Because I'm sure I am not the only one that when I've had something bad happen and I do end up telling someone about it, there are people that are willing to help. There are people that are willing to help take care of you. Or there are people that have already been through it and can help you. And then there's the people who just complain all the time. And it's just like, that can be hard too. But finding that happy medium of not keeping everything inside, but not letting everything out is different for everybody. Oh gosh. Sorry. See, this is why I should never be looking at the chat while I am talking. So Chasing Ghost set up a TV as another monitor. My mouse is confusing me. I also have a hub. Just need another cam for kitchen. One for stove, one for counter. So yeah, I guess that means we're going to get more Tara Smith cooking channel stuff, is what that sounds like to me. Mr. DJ, sir.
Yes.
I'm going to throw you up here. Actually, I'm going to let you talk for a minute because I'm about to have a coughing fit. So I need you to chat.
Okay. So got this on the screen now from Sorry Fan 93. This is a quote. There are two types of people in this world, those who try to build a future and those who try to rebuild the past. That's a James McCaffrey and quote from Max Payne 3. I was around for Max Payne 1. I'm pretty sure I did a playthrough of that, maybe even during an overnight, because that was a pretty good game. But I think I'm glad that Sorry Fan decided to share that. And I think I know how that's going to apply, at least to me this evening. And that is, a lot of us do work for the future, but we do have to make up for what's gone before us. And that doesn't mean that we're going to be changing everything wholesale. Oftentimes it's just a revision. I mean, we're used to seeing that. REV 1.2, you're in version 3.0, 4.0 of something. So I think much like those and that example, we do revise things as we go through life. It is a wise idea to revisit things and consider, the differences that have come that are around outside of you and then also within yourself. Sometimes it takes somebody on the outside to jar me loose from something that I once believed or something that I have as a habit or a routine that I'm really comfortable with. And so I also then have a hard time sometimes breaking out of that old mold. Whatever it was that I thought has to be right, isn't it? Doesn't it have to be correct? I thought it right. And sometimes until someone does offer me like the relative proof of this, I have a hard time transitioning over to something new like that. I don't really want to accept something having been, soft quotes, wrong that I've been thinking or doing. But as long as I'm doing those things in honesty and I am looking to improve both my future and those around me, at least as the information goes and its veracity, I'm all about that. I definitely want things to be correct. They don't always have to feel, it doesn't always have to feel good to be the right thing. I think Barbecue might have something to say out there in the text chat after I said those lines. So I'm going to check on that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. Just so you know, tonight you might be thrown in just randomly like that because I don't know when I'm going to start coughing. So for those of you watching, thank you for, dealing with our spontaneity. Yeah. Something along those lines. All right. So two types of people. And one of the things we talk about is the people who try to rebuild the past. Again, back to Tony Robbins stuff that I've done in the past. The guy who always talks about his glory days as a high school football guy. And now he's married with kids, but that's where his happiness still resides. Oh, sorry, Abigail. Yes, I have a cold. That was why I was, Uh-oh, wait, you're not talking to me. You're talking to Ghost. I'll leave. I'm gonna hide the comments, DJ. If you see something, star it, because otherwise I'm just not gonna. So anyway, oh goodness gracious. Hello, happy people. Oh, and it is a Moo in the house. Nice to have you, Moo. And Jamie, my favorite grandpa ever. Because mine are all dead. So there's that. But I am, let's see. I'm sick. I apologize for that. However, Hillbilly, got to give him a shout out just randomly last week, I think. Time is kind of squishy when you're sick because you miss days and whatnot. He sent me a text just checking in and saying hi. And it's like, these are the little things that he didn't know at the time, but I might have been feeling a little sorry for myself because being sick sucks. And so that's the other part. Like, you guys, you are here every Saturday. I try to be here every Saturday. And You know, just little things like that where people reach out to you. Remember to say thank you for reaching out, and thank you for saying hi, and thank you for commenting and sharing and all the stuff you guys do as an audience. I do appreciate all of that. And remember, Fight Club, it's okay to talk. We don't have to go by Fight Club rules. And living in the past and rebuilding that glory day versus looking to the future can drag you down. So you do want to be able to let go of and look forward to today is the best day I've ever had until tomorrow. And then tomorrow can be an even better day. And that's the way I love looking at it. With the Tony Robbins stuff, it's constant and never ending improvement. Perfection is the lowest standard because as soon as you think something is perfect, you'll find just one more little refinement. I mean, like I said, most of us here are shooters, and we know that we can take that perfect shot, and then all we got to do to make it a little bit harder, move it a little bit further away, try to take the shot a little bit faster. And that perfect shot that we just took, now we got to redefine it, yeah, because we changed just one little thing. So I love the idea that today is the best day ever, and then tomorrow can then be the next best day. And I don't know how many of you guys got to see Georgia when I had her on here. She's from the Shorties Candles. She does a lot of Facebook Lives, Facebook Lives. And she always makes me smile because she went to a paintball tournament and, was just talking about getting hit in the back of the head with a paintball. And see, this is why I never paintball, because I am a wuss. I have no desire to get hit by a pellet that's going to cause a bruise on my body because I am a baby. But she's like, yep, you get knocked down, you get splattered, and then you get back up, go tag the wall, and go back in. And that is Fight Club, right? It's like we just have to do the things we have to do. I was actually talking to my counselor, and I was talking about all the issues that I have with family and pressure and all of that sort of stuff. And he asked a very simple question. He's like, well, what keeps you going? And the answer is you have to believe there's just no other option. It's like you can't just quit. You can't just stop. And this is where the suicide prevention stuff is like, if you are truly looking to end your life because you don't think you're worthy, your life is better. Other people's lives are better because you are there. All you have to do is think about one person that you love and how much they will miss you. You are not a burden to anyone. You are not taking up their time. You need to let Fight Club go and talk to people if you have any issues and if you need help, because if you don't tell people, no one will know. And the world is a better place with you in it. And Mr. DJ, I'm about to have another coughing fit. So guess what? It's your turn to welcome in anybody else that I didn't say hi to as they came in. And if there's any comments to throw up here, that would be lovely too.
Right on. In looking for, I wanted to find the quote, not misquote, Will Rogers. He's an American humorist, and I did find it. This is great. The guy is known for simple witticisms and single lines that can inspire and change. Here's one of them that I like. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. It's that whole living in the past thing right there that Will served up to us. And yeah, it's hard to become productive and it's hard to create a future if you're lingering too long in the past. Now, while I was looking for that quote, I ran across a couple more. And this is one that is, it's unattributed, but I like this one as well. And it's similar to what, or it's related to what Will Rogers was saying in his quote. Your past does not determine who you are. Your past prepares you for who you are to become. I mean, keeping the eyes on the horizon thing, not spending time in the rear view mirror, instead looking left and right. Who's along with you on this ride? And then pointing towards the horizon, focusing there. The future is going to bring things that not only do we not know, but we do not know how they will affect us. And if we think that only the change is not good, the only change that's good is no change, not staying dynamic is not a way to have a life. It just isn't. Staying static like that, if it's in our heads, if it's in our bodies, whatever it is that we're doing that isn't in motion, don't. Always stay dynamic. Always keep the motion going. You back with us now, Brooke?
I am. I'm drinking more of my water back here because it's just like every so often I'm like, I just gotta go. All right. So while he was chatting and I was drinking my water and trying not to cough for you guys. Um, I did go back through the thing. So Abigail, yes. So the cold is I had a fever on Monday, felt a little bit better on Tuesday, thought I was good Wednesday, worked and had to cancel everything on Thursday. So I will be better. Oh, and I'm clicking on the wrong thing. But anyway, oh, was talking to you. That was what I was trying to respond to. Oh my goodness. And then Miss Tara with Above Ground is a pretty good day. Right. It's so funny. Oh my gosh, dude, seriously. The amount of people who are like, oh, it's another birthday. I'm so old. I'm like, dude, your choices are be dead or get older. Do you want to be 6 feet under versus 6 feet over? But Abigail is more what's that called? Durable than me because she's been shot by a BB gun and a paintball. I don't think any of that would be fun. And Vanessa Kitty with watching the sunrise is a good day. And you know what? That is the funniest thing because when I was a kid and I was competing in skiing, we'd always get up crack of dawn and get to watch the sunrise. And now that I'm older and we go to competitions, still get up crack of dawn and watch the sunrise. And so competition and getting out of bed for stuff like this, or even just camping, because the cool thing about camping is that you're outdoors and you just naturally wake up because the sun is up. And so I like the watching the sun rise. I like watching the sun set. I hate the winter sun actually, because in the northern hemisphere it's so low. But other than that, it's lovely. And then there's the one that I pulled up the first time. Life can absolutely suck, and the people who stick around make it more bearable. And whatever anyone is going through, you can get through it. You can get help, and that is pretty much what I have for you guys today. I have I'm doing my best not to cough at you every moment so poor DJ doesn't have to run the entire show. But Surya, girlfriend and kitty cat. Oh, pets, guys. We could go on about how awesome our pets are, right? And then paintball, BB guns. Abigail's like, nah, I've been shot with real guns. So I'm gonna hope that you're a vet or a cop or something like that, because I actually don't know other than the making of rifles. So, oh yes, good of you to make it for the end, Mr. Mike White. All right. Yes, I am hoping I feel better soon. This has been a rough week for sure. I got a short day tomorrow. It's only 11 to 5, so half a day, and then I get Monday off. Yay me. All right. With that, Sir DJ, would you like to do the final roll call, the thank you, and send everybody off while I mute myself again?
Well, I will do that, but in trying to find that one Will Rogers quote,
more.
I found more. And
All right.
one of them, a woman that my mother quite respected, Eleanor Roosevelt, is to have said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." I could almost end on that one, call it good. That's a great quote. You know, trying to find inspiration sometimes, looking up at pictures in the doctor's office or those quotable quotes that you'll see people throw up every once in a while. I usually don't give them. I give them short shrift, I guess I should say. I don't always pay attention. I'm not always willing to believe that my life can be distilled into a few sentences, or that my future can change based on the same. And then I'm reminded of one of my favorite roles in a play that I did years ago, was Fiddler on the Roof. And there's a song that most people will know from that called Sunrise, Sunset, if they are to know any of them. And the refrain that goes sunrise, sunset, and it repeats itself, there are several different rejoinders that are offered in the different verses. And one of my favorite ones is sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the years, one season following another, laden with happiness and tears. We got to have the yin and yang. We got to have stuff balance out one way or the other. I, of course, hope that the yin of your happiness is better than the yang of your stuff that isn't. And that goes to everybody, both gathered here that might hear it replay, and for everybody I pretty much meet in my day-to-day life. I continue to offer people that smile, as I recommend that others do often when I'm in a place where I can offer them that sort of advice or make that kind of observation. And this chat every Saturday night is one of those. It's been great having everybody here. I hope that next time you bring a friend. And go ahead and leave a comment if you would, please, kindly, after the show, and share it out, maybe even at the conclusion to somebody you think might be able to use any of the messages that have been a part of tonight's broadcast. And so joining us tonight, we had the Krabby Turtle, Guns and Barbecue, Sorry Fan 93, Hillbilly Up is out there. Fiona, also Rock, has been out there. Gun Websites, thanks for coming in, man. Chasing Ghosts is out there, so is Vanessa Kitty. Ozzy Orsborn showing up, so was Abigail Sorsha Finnegan. JH586, hey man. 2 Live Crew, or the Moo Man, has been in the house, and Mike White was the last one to join us. So thanks everybody again. Until I see everybody else, be safe, have fun, take care of your crew and yourself, and always rock. We're out.